Alright, hello everybody and welcome to another eBay review video. Today we're going to have a look at these little tactile switches I got from an eBay seller, LS1101983. I've already reviewed a great deal of her stuff. Unfortunately, we've got some problems with these, and I'll go over those real quick. This is actually more an informational video for the seller. But being as I was going to be uploading it to YouTube for them to watch, I figured I'd go through my troubleshooting steps and teach everybody how to look over these properly. So here's the listing here. Let me focus in. There we go. So we've got 5 pieces, that size, tactile push button, momentary switch, etc., etc. 5 color, very attractive package size there. We scroll down through all this stuff, and it says rating DC 12 volts. I know that more than likely means 12 volts for the contacts on the switches, but I also thought that maybe it meant 12 volts for the lights. So I took this red switch here. Let me focus in again. It's really dumb focus point camera. Alright, so I took this red one, and you'll notice there's a red dot on this side and then no dot on this side. So I smacked my positive lead on that lead and my negative lead on that lead, put 12 volts across it, nothing happened. So I thought, maybe they got the polarity incorrect. So I swapped it around, turned it back on. It lit up very brightly for a moment, there was a crackling noise, and then the smell of burnt plastic. So I knew something had immediately gone wrong, and I needed to do some more testing. So let's have a look at this one here. Now I've soldered some leads onto this in the polarity that was suggested by the red dot here, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop it in with the red lead for positive in pin 1 of my tester, and the black lead in pin 3 of the tester. And I'll just click the button here, let it run through its test. You'll see the light flashes a couple of times, and you'll see the diode, the negative side is at pin 1, and the positive side is at pin 3, and the forward voltage is 1.97 volts, which is just an LED. There's no current limiting in that, and I'll show you how to tell whether or not there's current limiting in it, but the polarity is backwards, so that's the first issue with these. The second issue is that you can't put 12 volts across them, because they'll cook themselves. They are just an LED, there's no resistor or anything in that. And I'll show you how you can tell. Oops, that's going to say listen, run, and start. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to take a regular bog standard red LED here, and we're going to put it across the terminals here, like so. We'll go ahead and push the button again. The LED will pulse a couple of times as it tests. You'll see we've got the same polarity on the LED, forward voltage of 1.98 volts. Now, let's take this other LED that I quickly kludged together. It's got a 2K resistor in line, and we'll put that one in the tester. And we'll go ahead and give it another test. You'll see the LED will pulse a couple of times, but the forward voltage is 4.44 volts. And the reason why we're getting that higher forward voltage is because of the voltage that's being dropped across the resistor in order, to protect the LED from overcurrent. And the tester is seeing that as a increased forward voltage of the LED. So that's how we know that there's no current limiting built into these buttons. Now, being as I already destroyed this by putting way too much voltage through it, let's go ahead and take it apart and see what the inside looks like. So I'm going to take my tester and all these other buttons to the side here, and these, put them off to the side. And we're just going to pop off these little heat stakes here on the corners, like so. like that. There we go. And here is the button, which is not coming apart. Oh, okay, well there's part of it. A little white piece coming out of the back, which holds in this little tiny itty-bitty LED. And I wish I had kept track of which side was which. I'm going to take this out of the shop for a second so I can get a closer look at it. Boop. Oh. Well, now I'm not going to get a closer look at the ball. It's on the floor. Right. I will resume recording in just a moment. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Now, it looks to me like the polarity was marked correctly on the LED. Well, it's kind of cooked. But it wasn't installed correctly in the button. Actually, all of the button's polarities are marked incorrectly. Now, let's see. Oop. Oh wow, that's just very simple construction. Okay. So, the way the button is constructed, you can see there's a... Well, let me bring it in close. See if you can... No, that's not where I want you to focus. There we go. So, you can see, I'll point with the lead of this LED, we've got a contact here, contact in the middle, and then a contact here. That contact in the middle is going to go to... Well, let's go ahead and do some continuity tests and see where these there we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and set this to continuity mode. And you'll notice that if we put the leads on 2 pins on one side, there's no connection, but if we bridge the contacts there, and you can't see a blessed thing because I have it focused back now. There we go. So, anyway, I've connected the leads to 2 sides here, and you'll notice that if I bridge those contacts, we get continuity. And if I go across here, we have continuity across. So I wonder... Alright, so we've got one of these sets of leads on either side. If I do that, we've got continuity, and if I do that, we've got continuity. This set of leads on this side are connected to the outer plates there, and then this set of leads is connected to the center plate there. And then all we've got is this little disc. Now this little disc, it doesn't show very well on the table, but I guess I can put it in here. This little disc, when you push it in, it makes contact with that center pin and bridges the contacts on the sides onto the center pin. And that's how the switch works. It's very nice and tactile. It's got a nice clicky sensation to it, so I like these switches because they've got a very nice tactile feedback, but I was a little dismayed to find out that they were incorrectly constructed and improperly labeled. So hopefully they'll correct that in their item description, making sure that they note that there's no current limiting on the LEDs. So these buttons will require a current limiting resistor in series with them to preserve the lifespan of the LED. Anyway, that was just my rambling review of the day. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, consider subscribing here. I'll put a video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy based on your viewing habits over there. I'll put my, I guess this was kind of an autopsy, so I'll put my autopsies playlist over there. And right here, you'll find a link to my Patreon where you can pledge dollar or two or whatever a month to help me buy more things to review and build on my channel. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.